Hi, this is Dale Butler for Gear Talk, and we're at Kenny's Guitar Shop in Windsor, Ontario. And Kenny, tell us a little bit about your wonderful little shop you have here. Your main job is repairing and restoring guitars that need a little bit of love, right?
You got it. Most of it is repairing. It's been about 25 years now, I guess, that I've been doing this stuff in here. It's a small. Obviously, you can tell it's a very small shop, but I've got everything I need in here to do the majority of the stuff. If I have anything larger to do, I go outside.
That
So
sounds good.
It depends on the weather, you know.
And if you need fresh air from this little tiny space here,
Well, that's the other thing too. The window gets open once in a while, but it just depends on what's going on outside.
that's right. Well, you've got a wonderful guitar sitting on your bench today. This is a Fender Jaguar. It looks like it's from the 60s.
60s it is.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing on this particular guitar.
This one's going to be fairly easy. The client just brought it in, get it cleaned up a little bit. It needs a setup, new strings, but you know that's basically it for this one. It's going to be an easy one.
Yeah. Now, if a guitar comes in like this, do you, if they ask for an intonation, you do it.
Yes.
But if they don't ask for an intonation, do you do it anyway?
They get it anyways.
I had a feeling you would be that way. When I worked at my guitar shop years ago, I could not help but intone a guitar and adjust things. Just, I don't know. You want it to be right when it leaves. Type
Exactly.
Of thing.
You just put it this way: you want the customer coming back.
Oh yes,
You know?
indeed.
If you send it out and it's in kind of, they're not coming back.
They're not happy.
And
right.
then of course they tell their friends, and you write those people off as well. And then if you do a good job, that's where I get most of my clients.
Yeah, that's
And
wonderful.
I love that idea.
Well, other guitars that you've had in, you'll do acoustic guitar setups.
Oh, for sure. That's what I started on.
How about something as complicated as a neck reset?
Try a 1942 Martin 018.
Beautiful. Okay, so neck resets can be done, which is some of the older guitars need those after time. You also do, how about electric basses?
I'll do anything with strings on it.
Anything with
basically.
strings. How about violins?
I've worked on them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like the two main violin makers in the city have passed away.
Yes.
So there's really nobody around that I know of, anyways, that does the repairs on them. And I'm not a violin repair guy by any stretch of the imagination. But if somebody brings in something that's not too complicated, I'll tackle that.
Yeah, I did some violin repair in my day too, but it was mostly resetting sound posts,
Of course.
Cutting bridges,
Yep.
that type of thing. If it was structural, my dad used to do some of that work when he was alive, and he was quite good at being able to glue them back together, and great success. But it's a real tricky business.
Yeah.
It takes a specialist to
The
work on the violin.
biggest one I've had in was a double bass, and there was an imperfection in the fingerboard, and it needed to be planed. So obviously, I can't do it in here.
Yeah.
So luckily, my wife understands, and I had to do it in the family room.
Okay.
Put out the sheets and just let it go to town on that.
Well, that's great.
Oh, that was different.
Yeah.
That was different.
Wow. And now there's a lot of information available on the internet
Yes.
to help us as we're repairing an instrument, that we can look up things that we're just not 100% sure about. And a lot of things come up that are new, like with all these new, now this one has a spring type whammy bar on it, but some of the newer guitars have those locking systems, and
Oh, I know.
they're a little bit more complicated.
The one Strat that's in the other room that I was working on earlier has a locking. Actually, this is what was on it.
Yes.
Okay, a locking nut. which
Locking nut.
I personally don't like.
Yeah.
And he wanted it removed and have a bone nut installed. But if you notice, when you put these on, they go way the devil over here. Now, if you take it off, now all of a sudden you've got nothing back here. So what's going to hold that thing in place? So what you have to do, build up this little section that's in here, glue that down, which is what I'm waiting for that thing to set, and then put a nut in and cut it.
Yeah, so it's some custom work and lots of
it
fiddling.
looks better. When
Yeah.
I talked to him at first, he wasn't sure what he wanted to do with it, and I gave him some options. This one, unfortunately, I didn't even think of it until I got working on it, and I had done this once before, but I told him I could just put a little one like this, but it's kind of a little wonky, and so I thought, well, I'll cut one that's built like an acoustic one, but then it's going to be really thick. I'm not real crazy about that idea. So then, while I was working on it, it dawned on me, do it this way.
Yeah.
Trouble is, it took me, well, I bet you I blew couple hours just looking for a piece of maple because it's a maple fretboard. I
Yeah,
want it to match as
want it to
close as
match up.
possible. It's going to be a little bit lighter. It will darken with time, and it should be a pretty close match.
Very
which
good.
he'll be really happy with.
Okay, I'll ask you just another quick question about repairs that have come through over the years. What has been your favorite guitar that's walked through the door that you wish you might have could own?
I wish I still could. It's a Jimmy Buffett, a Larrivee Jimmy Buffett.
Ah, very good. And I don't think I've seen one of those myself.
It belongs
Must
to a
be
friend of mine.
limited?
No, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's not a Larrivee. It's a Martin.
Ah,
Martin Jimmy Buffett. It belongs to a friend of mine. And when he first got it, we took it out of the box, and the thing started singing all by itself. It was one of those pieces, you know.
Wonderful. Well, we love guitars. We can tell you that.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Honestly, Kenny and I have known each other for a long time, and we are guitar crazy. We just love them. 1942. Okay. Here we are at Kenny's guitar shop, and he just handed me a very sweet little treat here. This is a 1942 CF Martin from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and the model of this, I'm guessing it's a double O?
Single.
Single O.
Single
Okay,
018.
had me there, but it is beautiful. I have met this guitar before, and it's wonderful to hold it again. 1942. It's older than me, and it's
And
just
me.
as and you, yeah, just as sweet as can be. Oh yes. Now that's a little bit of guitar heaven right there.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
At Kenny's Guitar Shop in Windsor, Ontario. If you have anything that needs to be fixed, Kenny can help you with it. And if he can't fix it, he'll send you home with a smile. How's that?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your 1942 Martin. This really makes me happy. Yes, it's beautiful.
You and my wife both.